Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to show you how to draw Manda from Godzilla. So, he is very similar to kind of like what we would imagine when we think of like a Chinese dragon. So, I'm going to make his body kind of really kind of curved all over the place. So, I'm actually going to start with his head kind of more in the middle today. So, to begin, I'm going to start just by drawing a little line that curves up and down. And then I'm just going to make a line that curves up like this for the eye. Now, on top of his head, he has these kind of like spikes. So I'm going to draw a line that just kind of goes up and then down. Then I'm going to make another one that goes up and down. And then I'm going to make one more that goes up and down like this. Now, starting right here, I'm going to draw a line that just kind of goes down, and then it's going to kind of curve down like this. Okay, now starting right here, I'm going to draw a line that just kind of curves around. It's going to have a few kind of bumpy lines in here, and then I'm just going to curve it up like this, almost kind of like a smile. Then over here, I'm going to draw a little line up where the other eye will be. And then I'm going to make a line that just kind of curves around like this for his eyebrow. Make another little pointed line. And then I'll draw one more little one right there. Then right here, I'm going to draw a line that goes up and around and then comes down. Then I'm going to leave some space and I'm going to draw a shape that just kind of curves around like this. This is where he's going to have two big horns. And then I'm going to draw a line that goes out and then just comes back around to here. Then I'm going to make two little dots for his nose. I'll draw a little line that kind of curves down for his eye. Then inside of here, he kind of has like a snake pupil, so I'm just going to draw a real thin line. Then, starting right here, I'm going to draw a line that just kind of curves down. And just going to curve up a little bit. Then I'm going to just kind of curve this around, leave a little bit of space, kind of like a broken line. And then I'm going to curve this line right around here and come up to here. Now for the teeth. So I'm just going to draw some different size teeth. He's got really, really sharp teeth. They're kind of going different directions. Some are long, some are short. Put a couple short ones here, another long fang over here. Then I'm going to do the same thing here, make some long and short ones. A couple small ones and a big one right there. Then I'm going to draw a line for his tongue that just kind of comes out, and I'm going to make it like a forked tongue, like a snake. And then just bring it back here. And then I'll just curve a line up. Now, over here, I want to start on the horns. So, right here, he's got a horn that goes up and then kind of curves back, and it's just going to come back like this. Then over here, he has another one that's just going to go out, kind of curve in, and then come back. Then he's going to have another horn off of the side of his face. Then he's going to have some spikes down his head. So I'm just going to make some triangles like this, make them a little bit taller as you get farther back. Just end them once you get to the horn. And then I'm going to put another little horn right back here. Now, we want to draw the shape of his body. So, to draw this, I'm going to draw it in a few steps. So I'm going to start back here, and I'm going to draw a line that just kind of curves up, and it's just going to kind of curve around like this. Then I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to just make that same curved line. Then I'm going to draw this line down, and I'm going to bring it back up towards his face. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to keep it kind of wide out here so it's a little bit fatter to show where the thickness of his body is. And then I'm just going to bring this up towards his face as well. Then I'm going to kind of line this up, and I'm just going to draw a line that just kind of comes down here. And I'm just going to make it kind of wavy like this. And then the same thing, I'm just going to draw this. And as I get down here, I'm going to start to make this a lot thinner. Like that. So, now that we have the shape of his body, we want to kind of start adding some different details and stuff in here. So let's start with the arms. So I'm going to put one arm here. So I'm going to draw two lines that just kind of come down like this. Then I'm going to draw a line that just kind of curves up. And then I'm going to make another one that just kind of curves up here. I'm going to draw two little lines for his hands. Then I'm going to start right here and draw a line that kind of comes down and curls back up for a finger. Then I'm going to do the same thing over here. And then another line that kind of curves around for a hand right here. Then I'm going to draw one up here. So I'm going to draw a line that just goes down. Then I'll put another one right here. Line that kind of curves up. And then same thing on this side. And then I'm going to make those hands the same way. So I'm going to put these two lines. Draw a line that just kind of curves down and back up. Same thing here. And then this time I'm going to have this finger going the other way. Then I'm going to put a leg over here, so I'm going to draw a line that goes up and then down like this. And then I'm going to draw that same shape. And then this time I'm just going to draw a little line that curves around for one toe. Then one in the middle. And then one more right here. Then over here I'm going to draw two lines like this. Two lines that go down. And then I will just draw the rest of the toes. So now let's draw the under part of him, kind of like where his stomach is going to be. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm just going to draw a line that just kind of curves around, and I'm just going to curve it right into here. And then I'm going to start right here, and I'm just going to kind of curve this one down. Then I'm going to bring this out, and I'm just going to curve this around and then end it right about there. Now, he has quite a few spikes on his back, so I'm going to add some kind of taller little triangle shapes that kind of run down the whole length of his body. I just want to kind of keep these evenly spaced as I go around. And I'm going to put a few more on here. Now then I want to switch up here and draw them up here because this is where his back is going to be. His body really twists around a lot. Make these a little bit smaller so it shows that they're getting smaller and that they're kind of hidden behind his back. Then I'm just going to draw some lines that just kind of curve around here. Kind of make it look like they're big solid plates on his stomach. So I'm just going to kind of curve these around. I'm going to keep them bigger towards the middle. And then I'm going to just kind of curve these around, kind of straighten them out a little bit, and then I'm going to change up the pattern. And I'll put them a little bit closer together as I get farther down. So there's our basic drawing of Manda. Now what we need to do is we want to add some of the details and stuff that we would see on him. So let's start by giving him some claws. On all of his feet. Then we want to give him some little details on his face. So just going to add like a little broken line here and then another one underneath here. Draw some little broken lines around here for his lips. Some extra little lines around the horns. On his tail, he's got kind of like this little crazy design going on. So I'm just going to start off with some triangles that are going to get bigger and bigger towards the middle, and then they're going to slowly get a little bit smaller as they get towards the end. I'm going to put a few big ones on the end. Add some different line details onto his horns. Add a couple little extra detail lines around his eyes and on his face. Then I'm going to add some different broken lines that kind of come around his body. Some different stuff on here. Can do the same thing on his legs. Put some details on his hands. More stuff on his body. Now, he's got a lot of scales and stuff on him, and like I've shown you guys before, instead of drawing every single little scale, what I'm going to do is just kind of add these different little circle shapes all over. And just kind of keep these closer together in some spots and kind of farther apart in other. That will kind of give the nice effect of the scales without having to draw every single little scale in here. Make sure you're kind of putting these all over the place. Make them different sizes, spread them out. Don't make it look like a pattern or else it's going to look really cartoonish. And just kind of fill these up all over the place. You can do them real fast. You can also add little dots in here as well, like this. And sometimes these dots just kind of help make it look like there's smaller details and stuff in here. So I'm going to continue these all the way around. Do this real fast so we can speed up this video. And then I'm going to add some extra little details onto his body, on the plates on his stomach. Then I'm going to add onto his arms just a few kind of like spikes as well. Do the same thing on here. Then on his chin, I'm going to add two big curved spikes like this. And then I'm going to add some of those scale patterns onto his arms as well. Just add a few of them. You don't have to go crazy with them. And there you go. There is your drawing of Manda from Godzilla. I'm going to fast forward and start coloring this. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed.